That's where the guts went flat. Just dropped them.
Hey, what's going on, my beautiful people? Hollywood Machow TV. It's time to talk about the Shang Chi movie review. I thought this movie was pretty good. It didn't totally blow me away like Black Panther did. I would give this movie, if I were to rate it from 1 to 5, I give Shang Chi Legend of the Ten Rings a 4 out of 5. That's pretty good. That's above average. As of right now, it's scoring a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Last time I checked last night, it might have changed. You know how those scores fluctuate. And I hear it's doing really good numbers because this movie got released during Labor Day weekend. I went to go see it Thursday night, the day before its actual release, and it was packed. So a lot of people went to go see this movie. The cast was great. Simu Liu is great in the lead. He has a lot of potential, and I hope he returns in several MCU properties. The martial arts in this movie was fantastic. It's a different type of style that I've never seen in the MCU. It's more like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You know, you see people do like punches, and people are dodging it in slow-mo. It looks really, really good, and it fits what this movie is trying to be. I thought that Hong Kong superstar Tony Leung as the real Mandarin did very well with the material he was given. This movie was a great mixture of comedy, drama, and action. Comedy from Awkwafina, she did very, very well. It's not as over the top like Thor Ragnarok, but it was enough just to be an MCU film. I thought she did good as the sidekick. I thought she did good as the comic relief. I think it's a great celebration of Asian culture. The cultural impact they did for Black Panther, I felt like they did for this movie, and I think everyone will actually love it. And lastly, this movie sets up a lot for the future in the MCU. There's an after credit scene which I think might actually set up Phase 5. So that's a not spoiler right there. You guys should bail out, go watch the movie, and then come back, because now we're going to deal with the full-on spoilers. So here we go. So why was this movie a 4 out of 5 and not a 5 out of 5? I gave Black Panther a 5 out of 5, but I felt like there was something missing in this movie. The reason why I got a 4 out of 5, because I gotta be completely honest, there was a subplot that kind of came out of nowhere. The subplot about how the Mandarin is kind of being influenced, that he thinks his dead wife is in this hidden village of Ta Lo in this evil magical mountain, and she's kept inside. And they keep telling the Mandarin he's crazy because your wife is dead, and that magical evil mountain is housing this dark dimension that holds all of these evil creatures that are trying to get out. These soul-sucking Shang Tsung creatures are trying to get out, and he's being brainwashed. That subplot came out of nowhere. I didn't like it. I felt like it wasn't needed, because the thing is, take out that subplot about the evil monsters being held in this evil mountain in Ta Lo, the movie still works as it is. According to the trailer, it made it seem like this movie's going to be based around how we get the real Mandarin, who's this evil guy, because he is evil in the comic books, and he has the son, Shang Chi, our big hero. It was going to be the typical son versus evil father movie. At the beginning of the movie, it said that the Mandarin craves power, and that he was going to go to the hidden village of Ta Lo to get more power. He would have went to the village no matter what. Take out that subplot, the movie still works. His wife dies, and you could say that this guy who gave up being evil to be with this woman he loves, and once she died, he went full on crazy. You could have done that. I think they tacked on this whole subplot because that evil mountain housing all these evil creatures from this dark dimension is going to come into play later on, and I felt like it was a last minute decision by Marvel. Plus, the ending felt kind of rushed. There was so much stuff going on, felt a little bit messy, but that's why it's a 4 out of 5. It's still above average. There's a returning MCU character who is just super funny. My favorite character in this movie, the MVP of this movie, is none other than Mr. Sir Ben Kingsley has returned as fake Mandarin. So Alright, I think they did a good job because they do bring up the whole Mandarin fiasco from Iron Man 3, and it's not a cameo, but Sir Ben Kingsley is in a great deal of this movie. So funny. My favorite part of this movie. And what else here? So let's go ahead and talk about these two after credit scenes. So the first after credit scene, like I said, is going to set up the future of Shang-Chi and the future of the MCU. So the first after credit scene deals with Wong from Doctor Strange. He has a cameo in this film. He also takes part in an underground fight club, which I hope they bring back for several other properties. And Wong recruits Shang-Chi because he wants to know more about these rings. He's joined by none other than Brie Larson's Captain Marvel and Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner. It is important to say it is Bruce Banner. He's no longer Professor Hulk, but he does have the sling, so you know that this takes place after Endgame. Bruce Banner talks about how he's never seen these type of rings before. He thinks that they're extraterrestrial, and Bruce Banner does bring up the fact that he believes that these rings are emitting some type of signal throughout the galaxy, and they are emitting a signal to the owner. And I have a theory on who this owner might be, and at the end of this after credit scene, Bruce Banner says welcome to the team. So Shang Chi, I believe, will be in the next Avengers film. That sets up a great future for this character, and he should. The second after credit scene, so I talked about how he had a sister who was barely in the trailer. You had no idea she was going to play a big part. So she's played by Zhang Meng, and she plays the character of Zai Ling. And her character is she feels very unappreciative. She feels like she lives in the shadow of her brother, who was trained by her dad. And so when the Mandarin dies, he had an evil organization called the Ten Rings. At the end, you see the sister sit on the throne of her dad, and she takes over the 10 rings. And the screen flashes and says that the 10 rings will return. It doesn't say Shang-Chi will return, it says the 10 rings will return. So I think she's gonna get her own Disney Plus spin-off show. So that is where I think the future lies with Shang-Chi, and those two are the two after credit scene. Now let's go ahead and have some fun. Let's go ahead and get some theories, because I have a couple of them. The last one's going to be pretty big, and the origin of where I think those rings came from. So the first one goes is, I believe that the Mandarin was snapped during the blip, because it doesn't make sense. It fixes a plot hole, because after his wife dies, he sends his son Shang-Chi at the age of 14 to go find his mom's killer. It's insinuated that he does kill him, but he never returns. Why would it take so long for the dad to go after the kids? Why would it take so long for the Mandarin, the real Mandarin, to put his plan into motion? I believe he got snapped, and then 5 years would pass, which would mean Shang-Chi and his sister would be in their early 20s or mid 20s, and then when the Mandarin came back from the snap, that's when he decided to put his plan in motion. I believe that the mom who had powers, there's a scene where she says she ended up giving up her powers when she got married to the Mandarin, and I believe she put her powers in the 2 green pendants that she gave to Shang-Chi and his sister. Because before Shang-Chi gets the rings from his dad, he has shown to have enhanced ability. The first fight scene they do, Shang-Chi is doing all of these maneuvers, he's doing all of these crazy stuff that you don't think a normal human being would be able to do. And that's why I believe that his mom put her powers in the green pendants that she gave to Shang-Chi and his sister. Let's get to the final theory. This is the big one right here. So I believe that the origin of the rings, that's from throughout the galaxy, who's sending a signal to none other than Planet Devourer Galactus.
Well, kiss my grits.
That's right. I've seen several YouTubers report on this. This is just my own opinion. So when we think about the 10 rings, you see that it's not actual rings like the fingers. They're using it on their wrists and their armbands. But if you are a huge guy like Galactus, those armbands will fit on your finger. I don't know why I'm doing this motion. I'm now realizing what this looks like. So yeah, that's why I believe these rings belong to Galactus, and that's why they call it rings, because it fits as a ring on Galactus's finger. There you go. So that's my theory, that Galactus is the guy behind the rings, and he will be setting up Phase 5, and I got some bad news. Galactus is coming. They're gonna have to set up Fantastic Four eventually. So there you go. That's my theories. That is my reaction video for Shang-Chi. I liked it. 4 out of 5, above average. A good movie, and I do recommend it. I hope I see Shang-Chi again in the MCU. So that will go ahead and do it for our video. Everyone, thank you so much. Drop me a comment down below what you all thought of this movie and what you guys thought about my theories. Let me know. We also got a prize giveaway going on. The deadline is going to be September 6th, Monday. All you gotta do is comment any of my videos before September 6th, Monday. Put the hashtag MCTVXPGA, which stands for prize giveaway, and you'll be automatically entered in the drawing. It's only 1 entry per person. So yeah, it's my thank you to you for supporting this channel. Only had this channel up for 2 months. Already surpassed 100 subscribers. Without you, there is no channel. So thank you so much. If you like what you see, including this video, feel free to drop me a subscribe. I drop videos every single week, but as of late, I've been dropping videos almost every other day. And you won't know that unless you subscribe. And if you could, please also drop me a like. It helps get mixed up in YouTube's crazy algorithm. Dude, as a new content creator, it is so tough getting exposure on YouTube because their search, it is so weird. weird. It is really, really weird. I can't explain it, but it's just, yeah, that like button would help me out a lot. So other than that, that was it for my video. Everyone, thank you so much. I hope you are all being safe out there. I'll see you in the next video. And this was the review for Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. See you later, guys. Woo!